I'm going to do a quick demonstration on our new and improved smartphone application. Just some information on exactly what this is. Our smartphone app actually gives you instant access to your patient data from anywhere where you might be. The nice thing about this is it's not dependent upon your practice management system. If you have any of the practice management systems that we synchronize with, you have access to all this information. Secondly, it's also a copy of the information, so if your server is down, you still have access to things like your appointment book or your patient list. So let's just do a quick run through. Now, this is currently in beta. It should be released in the next couple of weeks to all of our clients, and it will be released to them at no additional cost. So once you've logged into your smartphone app, what you'll see is a quick and easy menu here that gives you really three things that you can choose from: your call list, your patient list, and then statistics or analytics. And let's go ahead and start with the call list here. When you click on call list, you get access to yesterday's appointments, today's appointments, and tomorrow's appointments, as well as the number of appointments that you actually have. Now, like I said before, this is a copy. So if you've had a power outage in your office and you need to call and reschedule, you can go to your application here and call those people and tell them that your office is going to have to be closed, for instance. Also very effective for things like doing post-op calls while sitting in traffic, because obviously this works on an iPad or iPhone or Android. So once you select a date, then you can categorize your appointments by recall and non-recall appointments. And by zooming in even further, here we're looking at production appointments. You can see all of your appointments for that day, and even click on an appointment and see the details of the appointment and any contact information that they may have. Very effective, as you'll see a little bit later with the patient list, for making phone calls on the fly. Certainly with the iPhone or Android, it's very effective. The second menu function was the patient list. Now, the patient list gives you, as the title suggests, access to your entire patient base. If a patient calls you, maybe they're looking for you to give them a prescription for, Vicodin or something, you can actually search by the patient name and find out if they're a patient of record, and when their last appointment actually took place. So for instance, one particular example here, we're seeing the last exam was October 21st of 2010. And then you can even make phone calls from here, whether it be home phone, cell phone. You can send them a text or even send them an email directly from the app. The most exciting portion of the app is the access to 33 statistics, and this is growing. Shortly you'll see financial numbers on here as well, as we're now synchronizing with production and collection numbers. So this is the submenu for the stats, broken down by different categories. You can see a summary of your practice health. How many active patients do you have? How many are on recall? How many are due for recall and not scheduled? All of that information is at your fingertips quickly and easily right from here. You can look at scheduling information. How many appointments were created versus how many were canceled, for instance. How many were canceled by age group, if you want to find the most responsible age group for maybe doing some direct mail marketing. And zooming in on these particular graphs, here's an example of the appointments created graph. 449 appointments were created in September. So other things you can see here are broken appointments, which has been quite exciting to our clients. This is relatively new. We've been tracking the data, but we really weren't reporting it, especially in graphical form. So now you can get an idea of exactly how many appointments are being broken, how many are being rescheduled, how many are no-shows. These are things that people want to see. In fact, there seems to be an increase right now nationwide on broken appointments by no-shows. So, at least if you have access to that information and see where you stand, then you can take action. And here's an example of one of those graphs showing that there were, of all broken appointments for this practice, there were 77 in September. We also track demographic information. For instance, here's a graph of active patients by age group and gender. You can see this practice has a fairly large number of 35 to 54-year-old females that come to the practice, and why that might be important is certainly for marketing. If you wanted to go out and market to a demographic that's attracted to your practice, well, using a graph like this will give you that information. Also, if your practice is attracting, in this case, 35 to 54-year-old females, you might do some adjustments to the practice to make sure that they're most accommodating. So that's an example of exactly how our iPhone, iPad, and Android application works. Stay tuned for this being released to the general public, and most importantly, once you get the app, stay tuned for some of the brand new graphs that we'll have. Just to end, the analytics portion of this is growing, not just in the number of graphs, but also the functionality. Soon you'll be able to zoom in on particular portions of the graph and even see suggestions on how you might be able to improve numbers that don't look all that great. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and take care.